Welcome to Titans of Terror, where we look at the men and women who have shaped the horror landscape. Today's victim, or subject, actress Linda Hayden. Linda B. Higginson was born on January 19th, 1953, in Stanmore, Middlesex, England. She studied dancing, singing, and stage acting at the Ida Foster Theatre School at the age of 13. Linda made a bold film debut as a brassy 15-year-old teenage schoolgirl in the controversial melodrama Baby Love in 1969. She even auditioned for the film topless. The film tells the story of Lucy Thompson, who seduces her adoptive family after her mother committed suicide. In 1970, she landed a role in Hammer's Taste the Blood of Dracula as the virginal Alice Hargood, transforming into a slutty vamp slave. She acted alongside such notables as Christopher Lee and Madeline Smith. Fun fact, unlike the rest of the actors playing youths in the film, Linda actually was 17 years old when she played Alice. All of the others were played by actors in their mid to late 20s. The next year, Linda took on the role of alluring devil cult leader Angel Blake in the chilling folk horror film The Blood on Satan's Claw. Set in early 18th century England, the film follows the residents of a rural village whose youth falls under the influence of a demonic presence after a local farmer unearths a mysteriously deformed skull. On her first day of filming, Linda cut her foot badly and had to be rushed to the local hospitals for stitches. She stated in an interview that due to being in costume and makeup for her devilish scene, some older folks at the hospital thought she was either an angel or a devil and that they had passed over. Actor Anthony Ainley, who plays a preacher seduced by Linda's character, once stated in an interview, "When it came to doing the nude scene, Linda was spot on with every take. She was a total professional with a refined sense of the erotic unusual for her age." For its US release, the film's nudity was censored, particularly in Linda's seduction scene, by darkening the footage to avoid an X rating. The film received lukewarm reviews and underperformed at the box office. However, the film has gained a cult following over the years and has been cited by several film scholars as a forefather of the folk horror genre. In 1972, Linda appeared in the British thriller Something to Hide, also known as Shattered in the US. The film is about a man harassed by his wife, who after picking up a pregnant teenage hitchhiker is driven to murder and madness. Peter Finch and Sally Winters co-star. The next year, Linda had a cameo appearance in the Elizabeth Taylor Lawrence Harvey thriller Night Watch. 1974 was a busy year for Linda as she appeared in 4 films. First up, we have the vampire spoof Old Dracula, aka Vampira, with David Niven and Teresa Graves. Linda also appeared alongside Vincent Price and Peter Cushing in the Amicus AIP-produced Madhouse, about a horror movie star returning to his famous role after years in a mental institution, but seems to be committing murders independent of his will. Next up, Linda starred in the Spanish film Barcelona Kill, about a female journalist and her boyfriend getting inadvertently involved with murder and mayhem and must run for their lives, pursued by the Barcelona mob. Next, Linda appeared opposite her then-boyfriend, Robin Asquith, in a series of popular sex comedies, including 1974's Confession of a Window Cleaner, 1977's Confessions from a Holiday Camp, and 1978's Let's Get Laid. Linda also appeared with Robin as a singing nun in the 1976 cult film parody Queen Kong. Also in 1976, Linda appeared in the only film she regrets making, as it was not the film she had originally made. Expose, aka House on Straw Hill, aka Trauma, a psychological thriller co-starring Udo Kier and 70s sex symbol Fiona Richmond. It's about a paranoid novelist renting out a secluded cottage in the British countryside, hiring a secretary. The film erupts into pandemonium of sex and violence. The film has the distinction of being the only British film on the notorious Video Nasty 39 list. Although funny enough, Linda does appear in the 2010 remake of the film called Stalker, with Jane March playing Linda's original role. Following a brief role in 1978's The Boys from Brazil, Linda concentrated on stage and television work. She shared the stage with Robin Asquith in the bawdy farce Who Goes Bear? Linda played theaters in the provinces before landing her first West End part opposite Leslie Phillips at the Criterion Theatre. Linda went on to play many parts in London, and she toured for Charles Marowitz at the famous Open Space Theatre, playing in Taming of the Shrew, and for Ron Cooney in Run for Your Wife as Mary Smith, which she continued to play on and off for 6 years. She also took a role in the thriller Underground at Toronto's Royal Alexandra Theatre and London's Prince of Wales Theatre in 1983, opposite Raymond Burr. During this time, she met theatre producer Paul Elliott. They married in 1987 and have 2 children together. Linda's sister Jane was also an actress for a while. Linda's television work includes guest spots on the British crime action series The Professionals, the American mystery series Heart to Heart, the Hammer House of Mystery and Suspense episode Black Carrion, Minder, and an episode of the British police procedural The Bill, among many others. Best remembered for her steamy portrayals of lusty nymphets and tempting seductresses, Linda Hayden has left an enduring impact on stage, television, and screen. The Bat salutes Linda Hayden, a true titan of terror.